That's right, that's the whistle, because it's time for everybody to climb aboard the Dinobot train once again as we do another comparative analysis between, this time, the Power of the Primes Sludge and the Black Mamba oversized KO of the Power of the Primes Sludge. Which one is better, or are they about the same? Well, we're going to find out just how well the Black Mamba KO stacks up against the original in the latest GotBot True review. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share, of course, subscribe, and while you are at it, that's right, man, hit that notification bell because it lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, Transformers, Collectors, NL, the Autobot family, and have a look for me everywhere across social media. And we have the Black Mamba KO of Sludge and the Power of the Prime Sludge. Now, Sludge is my favorite Dinobot. I was very happy to get this update. And as much as I like him, there was something that didn't sit right with me because I do feel like Sludge should be bigger. He's a huge dinosaur, and I always felt like he should be about Grimlock size, even if the other ones are a bit smaller. So while I liked him and I was happy with him, and I'm sure I gave him a glowing review at the time, I did sort of have a hankering for a bigger version, and enter Starscream wife, and she got me the entire Black Mamba set for Christmas, which gives me a unique opportunity to be able to compare the Power of the Primes to the Black Mamba. I like both of them, but which one do I like more? Well, we're going to find out when we head over to the table and take a closer look at this guy. And indeed, the lovable dummy known as Sludge is my favorite of the Dinobots. Always was, probably always will be, whether he's an Apatosaurus or a Brontosaurus. And so, I feel like I heard somewhere recently that Brontosaurus is a thing again now. I don't know. I'm happy to have the guy. And I loved the G1 version of him, and I was very happy with the Power of the Primes version. But I do have to admit that I am kind of enamored with the Black Mamba version a little bit more for a couple of reasons. You may notice that we are starting out here in limb mode, because when I looked at the Power of the Primes Sludge originally in episode 397, I went from robot mode, the way he came in a package, to dino mode, to limb mode. So I figured, hey, why not kind of work our way back? I'm not going to show the arm mode. I think most people get this. It's a Combiner War style thing. But here he is in the limb mode, and he will serve as a leg later on. In this mode, what can I say? They're very similar. The thing that stands out the most is the difference between the two dino heads. One, of course, is translucent, or actually it's clear plastic painted gold inside, as where this one is like a solid gold. Some people might be concerned about things like GPS. I don't think you have to worry about it here. I really, really don't. In terms of other things that you may notice here in this mode, the section here is gray with just a gold highlight, and you can actually move the feet, I suppose, and those feet sections are silver with die cast. They're made of die cast. As we're on the Power of the Primes, I think it's one solid piece, again translucent and painted silver inside. So I prefer this as opposed to what we got over here with the official release. Naturally, the Black Mamba is a little bit oversized, but it is what it is. To go from this to dino mode, it's actually pretty simple. We take the foot piece out of it, we bring back the tail, we bring down the, maybe I gotta go around this way? I don't remember now. We bring down, we can bring it down this way. We bring down the leg, and we do the same over here. We bring down the leg, we straighten out the foot, we turn this one out, and we do the same on the other side. We bring this combiner peg down and in. We bring this forward, and And if you haven't done so already, you rotate the head around and boom, here we have the dino mode. Okay, so both of these have been customized. When it comes to the official one, the customization that I did was the silver on his back and the blue up on his eyes. And down here, this lower part of the leg was black. I made it a gray color, but that's it. That's all I did with this guy, because we have clear plastic making the tail that's colored silver inside. We have clear plastic making the head that's colored gold inside. The jaw opens and closes. The legs can move forward and back and whatnot, and these can move out to the side. You have all the arm movement there. There's kind of a knee and a swivel. So like, this guy was good. But this guy over here, I can't get his jaw to open. It probably does, but I don't want to risk breaking it. It's nice that this guy's can. I wish this guy's did easier. Like I said, it might be able to. I just don't want to flex the plastic enough to do it. I put an Autobot symbol up here. Again, I done the gray on the, I'll call it the forearms really, because these are his arms in robot mode. I colored in the black here. I colored in the black up right there in that circle. I done the silver again here on the body, but they're very similar. It's just this guy's bigger. The only other addition that I've done here is that his tail was just a solid gray plastic. I painted his tail silver so that it was closer to the tail of the original. It's pretty good. Like, it's a pretty good Sludge. I'm quite happy with the guy, to be honest with you. Now, before we go to the transformation to robot mode, just a couple of things to get out of the way first. We got us a nicely upsized version of Sludge's blaster. I might have to add a little bit of gold to this one as well. And a pretty nifty red translucent sword that I really like. The official Power of the Primes just came with the blaster. We got us an instruction manual, and it shows going from, you know, dino to robot, but not to limb mode, oddly enough. As for the stats, I don't know, man, I'm pretty iffy about some of those. Like, strength is fine, but, like, speed? Really? I don't think so. Intelligence? This seems really high for his intelligence, but nevertheless, that's stats. Taking this dude to his robot mode isn't too bad. By the way, you can get a better view now of the silver back here. I like it. It just separates it from the gray a little bit. And to be fair, on the program we did have a color differentiation between the gray and what I always interpreted as silver. Maybe it was a light gray. I don't know. Nevertheless, we can begin by taking this back, and we can split. We should be able to. There you go. Split the tail. We should be able to, see if I can remember this now. There we go. We should be able to, yeah, flip the legs down like that. Bring the tail around the back and put it down into the leg. And I know I'm doing this fairly quickly, but I think most people probably know kind of how this conversion goes. I would think. We bring that up and over. And same thing here. We go on this side, we bring it up and over like that. We stand the guy up. I'm going to rotate the body around. And of course now, because he's oversized for the frame. So I'm just going to adjust things slightly so we can finish this guy off. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Now that we have this done, we can open and bring that up and open this over and around. Bring these arms down to the side, rotate at the bicep, bring out the hand from behind, rotate at the bicep and hand from behind. We can open this flap up, bring this all the way down to the back, and boom, in the end, here we have Sludge in all of his glory next to the smaller Sludge in all of his glory as well. Very, very similar here. I painted the robot eyes blue on both of them. I already went through what I did with the arms with the black and the gray. Same over here with the black and the gray. The torso I did nothing with. It's fine. The only thing I did over here was add an Autobot symbol. Going down the legs is fine. I do like like where this is just sort of on the side and clear, and I've never been able to get this to bend. I think it's just one piece. I do like that the feet, die cast as they are both painted silver and able to flip forward. I like the look of the lower legs on the Black Mamba a little bit better. Now, in terms of coloration, this is pretty close now to the animation. About as close as you're gonna get. If you wanted a full body repaint, then, I mean, you could certainly do that for accuracy. Larkin's Lair did it, and he done a beautiful job. I done a few touch-ups. And honestly, I'm gonna say that here, it's probably 9.75, 9.5, 9.75. It's pretty close. The transformation, again, about a 9.5. It's pretty easy. It's intuitive. It makes sense. What about the articulation? If I'm being honest, the articulation for this guy's pretty good. We have a head that goes left and right. It can't really look up or down. It is what it is. The arm, it can go all the way around. We have a bicep. We have 90 degree at the elbow, nothing at the wrist. We have a waist on the guy, and all the joints on this guy feel so good. Like the elbows are like lightly ratcheted. It's beautiful. We have hips that go well out to the side. Can they go out further than that? No, but it's not perfect, but it's functional. The legs can go well forward, well back. We do have a swivel at the hip, really, but it's the thigh swivel. We get not too bad of a knee. It's not quite 90, but almost 90 degrees at the knee. Better knee on this guy than we have on Slug or Slag, if you will. I'm going to say that his articulation is probably a 7.5. Overall, this guy's about an 8.5. Now, I looked at the original Slug, like I said in episode 397, and I'm sure that I said at the time that I thought that that guy was a fine size and whatnot, like he made sense, but going back and looking at the animation again, I realized, you know what, no, maybe the Dinobot should in fact be bigger, and as such, here he is next to a couple of siege offerings, and this at least is closer to accurate. Granted, Sludge should probably be bigger yet again, should probably be taller than Optimus, but this is not bad. Like, this is a respectable Voyager size now, and I do think that it matches better than what I originally thought based on the animation. Is this Sludge perfect? No, not by any stretch of the imagination. Am I glad that Starscream Wife got this guy and the entire set for me for the holidays? Absolutely. This guy overall is about an 8.5, which is a pretty solid score for a Dinobot. And here we are once again. I love both of these guys. I don't know, something about this lovable, stupid, doofy moron just spoke to me. I think I like Brontosaurus. Like, I think that's what it was. I think I was like a Brontosaurus fan. The Power of the Primes one is great. There's nothing wrong with it. I like the translucent plastic used on him. I really love the way his tail turned out. There's a lot here to like. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this guy in the least, not even a little bit. However, that being said, since I am actually fortunate enough to have the Black Mamba version, I do like the lower legs better. I like how the dinosaur feet can pivot, and I like the touch of silver down here because of that die cast. I like the die cast too. I like the size better. Absolutely. The only thing that I wish that this... I also actually like the way the head is here, but two things that I think the other one has over this one. One, as much as I like this head, I do actually like the translucent head a little bit better. Two, the jaw on the dinosaur head can open on the official. If it can open on this one, I'm not trying to do it, man. And maybe even three, I do find that with this guy, as excellent as he is, and I didn't even mention this in the review, but I do still wish that the wings here were able to angle up a little bit. Minor gripes, minor gripes, because here's the things he does very right and very well. All of the joints feel good, the materials feel solid and secure. Everything is toleranced perfectly, like fantastically well. The range of articulation is pretty good on this guy. I'm really happy with the size. I'm really happy with the stability. Anyway, let me know what you think of Sludge. Who's your favorite Dinobot? You know I love to hear from you guys. As always, thanks for dropping by. Give me some of your extremely valuable time. I know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you know what to do. Hit that donate link down in the description. Of course, hit the subscribe button. That helps me out so very much. Don't forget that somehow, some way, each and every day, you do make a difference. And last but not least, I look forward, man, to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams on Thursday nights, at the stop motion premieres, or the old-fashioned way, man, right here, inside the videos.